this is the next day. We got a visit and the time just flew by. So today I'm going to continue baking. And now I'm going to make some apple cinnamon buns. So let's get into it. And oh, by the way, I got one more of these yogurt with half price. I think it's maybe a third price of the usual price. And it is expired, but doesn't matter. I'm going to peel these apples, but that's a choice of what you like. Somebody likes to not peel them, but that's what I like, because I don't like the pieces in the buns. I'm choosing one of the sides on the grater with the small holes because my kids don't like to actually could see the apple pieces in the buns. I'm currently working on an online recipe book, and I'll put the link down in the description. Every time I'm making a dish or baking or anything here on YouTube, I'm going to put the recipe down in the recipe book. It's totally free and it's in Google Docs, so everybody can access it. I'm always starting with the yeast, and I'm using the dry yeast, so I'm going to put all the dry ingredients in the bowl at first. That's sugar and some more sugar because the other one was empty. Then I'm adding some cinnamon and some graham flour and some regular flour in the end. You can use baking enzymes in this recipe, but it's optional. Then I'm just using a spoon to mix all the ingredients around to make sure that there's no yeast down in the bottom of the bowl. Then I'm adding the wet ingredients, starting with the food oil. This is yogurt, but you can also use buttermilk or any kind of sour milk product actually. And then some eggs. You can also make them without the eggs, but it's better with the eggs. And then in the end, I'm adding the grated apples. Then again, I'm just using a spoon in the beginning to mix it, to make sure there's nothing stick down to the bottom. While these cinnamon apple buns are rising, I'm going to start making the dough for some healthy waffles, because I have a kid who doesn't like meat, she doesn't like vegetables, and so I'll try to hide some spinach in these waffles. Then I'm not putting so much sugar, but a little bit to make it crispy, and then I'll use this one. When I'm making waffles, I'm always starting with some eggs and some sugar and mix those together. I'm cracking the eggs in a cup because if there are some eggshells that gets down there, it's easier to get it out from a cup than from the whole bowl. And this is also a thing you can have a toddler doing with you. As you can see, Haley is coming in here. I actually found out that the spinach I had was way expired, like a year expired. So I changed it up to some broccoli instead. When I'm baking and making dinner, I'm most of the time using UHT milk because it's cheap and you can have it on hand like for a month. But today I didn't have any of it because it was sold out in the store and we have used all our supply up, so I'm using fresh milk today. These waffles are so genial. It looks like a treat for the kids, but it's actually healthy and they'll get some vegetables. It can be used like a treat or a snack in their lunches. I'm always brushing the waffle iron with some margarine before I put the waffles in it. That helps them be crispy and a little bit more delicious. Now it's time to get back to the apple cinnamon buns. Make sure that your dough is well kneaded and that you haven't put too much flour in it. If you put too much flour on the dough, it'll be difficult to shape the buns. My kids love these buns. They are kind of sweet, but not because there's a lot of sugar in it. And there's also graham flour in it, which is very good for their system, and some apples so they get some fruit as well. I'm always using both hands to shape the buns because then I cut off half of the time. Maybe you find it a little bit difficult to use the left hand if you're a right-handed person, but you quickly learn it. I'm brushing these buns with eggs. That makes another kind of surface than if you use milk or water. Then I'm going to sprinkle the buns with some pearl sugar. I just googled it and it's like when you're looking for pearl sugar in English, it's a lot bigger sugar pearls than the Danish version, but you can see how it looks here. The sugar just makes the buns a little bit more delicious and you don't have to put a ton on them. This is how the waffles looks like. You can almost not see the green in them. Now the apple cinnamon buns have been rising in my baking tent and they're ready to get into the oven. You can add some extra pearl sugar if you feel like most of it is melted. Rising the dough with steam would make a total different outcome than if you do not use steam. You just make sure to cover the buns and place a pot with boiling water underneath the baking tray. I feel like eating them just editing this video. This is all I had for you today, guys. You can follow me on Facebook and of course here on YouTube. I'll be uploading videos several times a week. And if you feel like it, say hello in the comment and I will respond. Don't forget my online recipe book. I'll see you again next time. Bye bye!